Alright, today on Jake on Food, we're going to be making a dinner recipe for you. We have some of our secret ingredients. We're going to be doing some Brussels sprouts with crispy pancetta. There's our pancetta there. A red wine reduction. And we're also going to pan fry some Michigan walleye. First, I'm going to start off by slicing up some of our pancetta. Which is really nice pancetta, by the way, from Goodrich's ShopRite in East Lansing. Alright, as you can see here, our pancetta is starting to brown up and get crispy. Cook it right there in that fat. Oh, it smells so yummy. I wish you could smell the pancetta right now. Alright, there our pancetta is getting fairly crispy. We're just going to set this pan aside and all that delicious flavored oil to fry our Brussels sprouts later. Okay, while we're waiting for the rest of this to get going, we're going to start our red wine reduction. I have some pinot noir. We're just going to add it to our pan and let it start reducing. Probably don't have to use a whole bottle, but I'm going to reduce this whole thing. Okay, so while wine's reducing, I have some trimmed up Brussels sprouts. We're going to want to split these in half, just like so, before we blanch them. So when we go to saute them, you can get them nice and brown and crispy and delicious, which goes awesome with that pancetta and our red wine reduction that we have working. There we have it. Okay, our reduction is not quite ready here, but you can see it's getting well, actually it's getting pretty close. It's getting fairly thick, if you can see. And you know what? Actually, I think at this point I'm just going to let it take it off the heat because it's still warm. It's still going to evaporate some moisture, so it'll be ready for our Brussels sprouts. All right, now we have our boiling water. We're ready to blanch our Brussels sprouts and add them right in. Helps give them a good stir. And generally speaking, when you have boiling water and you throw your vegetables in, about the time it starts to boil again, they're going to start getting close to being ready. Okay, so there we have our Brussels sprouts. Are starting to boil again. We're time to strain them, and then we'll finish them in our pancetta and our oil when it's time. Alright, there we have some beautifully blanched Brussels sprouts. I'm just going to leave them there in the strainer and set them aside for later. Okay, we're getting ready to pan fry our walleye, and we have our secret special Michigan Youper mix. I have some Bisquick pancake mix, some Drakes, and then we have, it's hard to see in this, but then we have some smoked paprika and some salt and pepper. We're going to mix this all together, dredge our walleye, and pan fry it. Alright, here we go. My assistant's going to help with the Drakes, the Bisquick mix, paprika, salt and pepper. Just gonna mix that all together. Alright, we have our pancetta. We're gonna add our Brussels sprouts. I like to get them the cut side down. Let them start cooking up. Get nice and crispy. Get all that wonderful flavor in there. Or you can just dump them in. I'm going to season them with a little bit of black pepper. You want to be kind of careful with the salt because the pancetta is fairly salty on its own. So I'm going to try to get some color on them to try to keep them kind of spread out here. Alright, there, as you can see, we're starting to get some nice browning on our Brussels sprouts. When you plate it and finish it, we're going to drizzle it with our red wine reduction. Alright, pan fry our walleye. We're going to start off with our saute pan, some vegetable oil, like so. Let that get warmed up. Alright, so we're going to dredge our walleye fillets. We've already seasoned this flour up. Just going to press them in, get them coated fairly well. Okay, here we have our fillets. We have dredged up. We're going to ready to add them to our hot oil. Place it gently in there like so. Hear it sizzling. Here we have our fillets pan frying after I flipped them. Oil's a little bit warmer probably than it needs to be. Got a little bit of color on there, but that's okay. Alright, here we have our finished fish fresh out of the frying pan. Alright, we've added our Brussels sprouts and some fresh lemon. Alright, we're just going to finish it off with a final drizzle of our red wine reduction over our Brussels sprouts. Oh, look at that. Oh, even some for the fish too. So yummy. Remember to follow my blog, jakeonfood.com, and come on back to YouTube and visit my channel at Jason M.I. Chef. Enjoy.